It's the Dino Show, starring your host, Dino Wells. Yeah, everybody, I have to go ahead and do another show right now. Episode 11 with the show. This is the relationships part 2. And I had to get on here because, when you are an entertainer and you are being creative and you trying to enlighten the world and enlighten people and you tell your story, no matter what it is, you got to tell the story. Sometimes some people feel some type of way about your story. The way you tell your story, the way you articulate your story, whatever the case may be, you tell your story. And if you tell your story and then somebody misinterpret what you say, they feel some type of way, and then you receive backlash from it. And that's kind of crazy, My life is my life. I say how I feel. And I say how I feel is not to be misconstrued. It's nothing to disrespect nobody. It's to enlighten people, and you move and you grow from it. You take whatever you take from it, and if you take it the wrong way, that's the way you take it. That doesn't subject to what the real meaning of what I say. That doesn't negate, that doesn't change the purpose of why I say what I say, just because you take it some other type of way. It doesn't. You know what I mean? So it's like I say in my relationship. If I say stuff that's in my that if I put excerpts of my life in this, and it is for a reason that I put this excerpt in life. So somebody else that's going in this journey, going through their life, going through whatever they're going through in their journeys and up and down, trying to be a father to their kids or being in dysfunctional relationships or whatever the case may be, whatever that they're going through, I've been through it. I've been through it all. On many facets of different types of relationships, especially this one that I'm in now. You know what I mean? I'll go through little different type of things here and there, whatever the case may be, and I like to put episodes out there. So if you've been through it, you know how to go through it. Sometimes they say ignoring is the key, but ignoring can cause more drama, or it might cause more issues, or whatever the case. But sometimes ignoring, walking, take a deep breath, takes the key. I don't take pleasure in making a woman cry. I don't do that. If she cries about something that I say, or she feels some type of way about something that I say, then that's you. That's your emotions. That's your feelings or whatever. Does this make me sound like I'm a dick? No. But at the same time, if something that I say about a relationship, like there's many people, there's relationship gurus, there are relationship mentors, there's relationship scholars out there that give their little tidbits or whatever the case may be. They are probably in relationships themselves, or not in relationships, or married, or whatever. Now I might say things, and I might fly off the handle, and I say things, but I say things because it comes off top of my head, and I just say it because it's a journey that I'm going in, it's a path that I'm going in, or there's situations that's going on in my life, and I mention it and I speak it. Or I have experienced it, or I've seen it. And that's just what it is, But if someone want to feel some type of way about some shit that I say, then that's you if you want to feel some type of way about it. That's just how it is. My purpose for my blog talk is to enlighten, enrichen, and open up the thought process of whatever situation it is, via life, boxing, singing, rapping, dancing, acting, working, politics from time to time, whatever the case may be, I will open up that Pandora's box where you can sit and you can have a heartwarming conversation about whatever it is, But right now it's relationships. I spoke last night about relationships, and this morning I received an influx of messages about my blog last night, and now I am about to do relationships part 2, just to elaborate on some things that I spoke on last night and talk about the things I didn't speak on last night. Because, listen, relationships is whatever. I didn't even speak on, the flirting. I didn't speak on more of the cheating part, like people cheating. I spoke on it briefly. I didn't speak on the bonding and the nurturing and all that stuff like that. You gotta have that in a relationship. All the elements, like I said, I already gave the elements last night to keep your relationship strong. Communication, listening, and outstanding sex, and have your finances in order. That's it. You don't need nothing more. And then be joined and be that one whatever solid unit and grow as a team. With my relationship, I have everything that I need. You know what I mean? And we have everything as a bond. It's just communication is kind of disarray from time to time, and my intentions get misconstrued, more than a time from time to time, but at the same time, it is what it is. Now, I had mentioned last night, I said that I was going to get married 2016. I changed it to 2017, or I might not get married at all, depending on the situations that keep arising or whatever the case may be. I said that shit. Yes, I said it. Who wants to be married in a relationship with shit that's always going in disarray all the goddamn time? Although it's not always like that. Maybe I said it in a harsh way. Maybe I said it some way to make somebody feel, if you just got a way to word it. Yes, I am still going to marry my queen. I could see myself growing old with her, or whatever the case may be. But everything has to be balanced and just right, because I'm not going into a marriage fucked up, in this financially discombobulated, you know what I mean, or anything. Yeah, I said that shit. If somebody want to feel some type of way about it, then feel some type of way about it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. That's just true life, real shit. And I can speak it because I have the right to say what I want to say and how I want to feel about it. It's not disrespecting nobody or none of that. I'm not putting shade on none, not putting shade on my queen or none of that shit. It's just saying it is what the fuck it is. Now, if you want to feel some type of way about it, then feel some type of way about it. Fuck. Anyway, but the years that we have, we building and bonding is great. You know what I mean? I'm not, and then talking about, from what I'm hearing, I don't talk shade about, or I'm not talking shit bad about nobody else. I'm not saying something bad about you. Now, my relationships in my past was not the best things in life. Or if it was, I would be still in them. You know what I mean? I will still be in them if everything will correlate and move as the way it's supposed to move in my life. But it didn't. You know what I mean? Now, I not have been the greatest man on this earth. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I'm this godsend or whatever the case may be. I am a flawed man. Yeah, I am. I'm not saying that I'm perfect at all. If anybody said that they're perfect, that's fucked up. There's nobody perfect on this planet. My girl is not perfect. I'm not perfect. My baby mamas are not perfect. Tom over there is not perfect. Jane is not perfect. There's nobody perfect on this planet. President Obama's not perfect. Miss Michelle Obama's not perfect. There's nobody perfect, but they make things work. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors in the White House. You don't know what goes on in closed doors by your friend's house or nothing like that. Nobody don't know what the fuck is going on behind closed doors when these people having their relationships on the outside look like it's awesome, but on the inside you don't know what the fuck is going on inside. So, I'm going to take a break because my mind is, I'm kind of pissed and heated a little bit because I got some backlash, you know what I mean? But hey, I'm a podcaster. I'm in this podcast world and we're going to talk about relationships, and I'm about to get to a song that I did. It's called Dark Love. It's made by me, Dr. Treckenstein, on Magic's Music Maker Jam. Check it out. Yeah, I had to give y'all a little episode of that. That's Dark Love by moi, Dr. Trackenstein from Music Mega Jam. Yeah, so back to the subject at hand. Relationships Part 2, my podcast. This is Dino Wells. This is the Dino Wells Show. And I like to talk about real shit, real life, real subjects, real situations, and help you, help me, help you get the messages out there. And you tell your friends, come to my podcast, listen, just grow, bond. You might get something from it. All my podcasts, I talk about anything and everything. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. But right now it's just relationships Part 2. And I don't know if it might be a Part 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 40, 50, 60. It might be a part of 1,000. Who knows? You know what I mean? Because there's many parts to a relationship. There's many moving parts to a relationship. There's many little small subtle gadgets to build a solid foundation in a relationship. It just is. You know what I mean? So, in my situation, I have nothing against my girl. She is my woman. We went through the ups and downs, trials and tribulations, or whatever the case may be. And I'm putting this out there. She is who she is. She's a strong woman. She's a strong queen. She's built. She's the only life source that I have. She's my strong strength of existence. She's the only reason why I'm still afloat. You know what I mean? She's the only one that's sitting high on that fucking pedestal. She's the only one sitting in a chair on that throne next to the king. When she sits in the chair, that is. At the same goddamn time, this journey has been very compelling because of the length of time we've been apart from each other, from the time we were 19 to when I was 39, 40 years old, whatever the case may be. So we still bonding and learning and growing and putting a little sauce and ingredients together to build. I've learned a lot from her. She helped me in the situation with my last baby mama. She helped me in the situations with the other situation I was going through with my second baby mama. She helped me in the situation through my son's death. She helped me through the situations from my travels from California to Louisiana. She helped me in the situations in keeping my mind right. But seemed like she helped me in all these situations and things that's going on in my life, and I'm just being a hindrance to hers. Or I can't get right. I'm saying shit that's fucked up. Shit that's not going right, that I'm saying is not doing well, or whatever the case may be. I have changed a lot in my journeys and learned a lot in the journeys because of my queen. You know what I mean? I've learned a lot. Although, I still sometimes feel some type of way, because when I feel like that I'm doing good, or I'm doing good and then I'm not doing enough, and then she feels some type of way, and then I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Because that's just how it is in a relationship. From time to time, you get the fuck it attitude. You know what I mean? But then you get snapped back like a rubber band, and you get smacked back to reality, and then you back on your track again. So I'm not in a fuck it mode anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, man, fuck it. People get to say fuck it sometimes. When you're in a relationship, you like to throw your hands up in there like fuck it, and then you just walk out like fuck it. But at the same time, you can't get into the fuck it mode. She's the best thing that ever happened to my life. But at the same time, seeing like I'm the fucking worst thing that happened to hers, because I can't fucking get right in her eyes because my fucking block show. Shit that I said in my last show. You know what I mean? I said shit that make motherfucking sense for people who's going through shit that I've been through, who took the travels down the roads of shit that I've been through. They can take pieces and learn. If you're not ready to get married, don't force yourself and rush to get married. Stand firm in your ground and just wait. Wait it out, build and bond. That's the only reason why I said what I said the last one. Don't fucking rush. I don't care if it's 10 years. They had a couple that's in their fucking 80s, been together since 50-something years, and they decided to fucking get married. They waited out that long. Why the fuck? I felt they took the path those 50 years, and they finally learned, decided to make it happen. What the fuck is the sense of fucking rushing to get married any goddamn way? You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's not directing it towards my girl. I'm just directing it to people out there in general who see their friends getting married and then they out there fucking around. Then they, oh, I want to get married. And then they get married all of a sudden. They're not in the fucking marriage that they ain't happy with. And they get discombobulated and they start doing shit outside of the marriage because they wasn't really wanting to be married anyway. That's fucked up. You know what I mean? I have a friend right now that's married to somebody that they are having mad issues when they got married when they didn't even really want to be, she really didn't want to be married. But she married the motherfucker anyway because she didn't want to be alone. You know what I mean? Now, speaking of alone, I mentioned about being alone last night. It is fuck what it is. I'm always a fuck alone. My significant other doesn't live with me. I live with my son. That's the difference. Now, staying with my son is different. I can chill with my son. We kick it. We have fun. But when I go to bed, I'm in the bed alone. In my lotion in my hands, palmetto, the towel and things, such forth, pillows, spoon with a pillow. But everything is working for better because we're building to get into our own house and mansion and, cars and all that shit. We're building for that shit. You know what I mean? We're building. It's this process. But I can still say I don't like sleeping alone. What the fuck? I can say that. It's my right to say, hey, I hate sleeping in the bed by myself. What the fuck? That is nothing wrong saying that. It's not nothing against you. It's not against nobody. You can say that. I'm tired of sleeping in the bed by my goddamn self. So how can someone, if Will Smith and Jada, if Will Smith is working all the way in New York, Jada's in California, and he's going home to his hotel room sleeping every night, he can fucking say, I'm tired of sleeping in my bed by myself. I'm tired of sleeping in my bed. You think Jada will feel some type of way because he said that shit? No. If Denzel was sleeping in Canada and working on a movie in Canada and he's going home to a hotel sleeping in his bed by himself and his wife is in California somewhere, wherever the hell they live at, you think it'd be mentioned, if he does mention, oh man, I'm just tired of sleeping in the bed by myself. You think she gonna feel some type of way about it? She probably gonna fly ass to Canada or something. Who knows? Because they got it like that. Right now, we don't have it like that financially where we can travel to see each other and do like that. We trying to barely make ends meet now at the same time, but we're making it meet. But I could say that I'm tired of sleeping in the bed by myself. That's my shit for me to say that. If you just say it, I wouldn't feel some type of way. If you decide to say, I'm tired of sleeping in the bed by myself, I'm like, well, damn, I wish I was there. So you won't have to sleep in the bed by yourself, baby. You know what I mean? But right now, you're mentally in my mind. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm going to take another break. And this next song is called Darkness Becomes These by me, Magic's Music Maker Jam. Check it out. Darkness Becomes Thee. Yeah, this darkness becomes thee. You can check out the rest of it on my Music Maker Jam. I am Dr. Trackenstein. You can check out the rest of that. Each song has a theme. The dark love, darkness becomes thee. You know, the all themes to the subject and plot. Subject and plots of this podcast. Darkness becomes thee. Now, I've come into darkness, from time to time. And then when I get and I wallowing into darkness, I go in and I start writing poems. I stopped writing poems because I used to get backlash back in the days, and I stopped writing poems. So now what I do now is, I'm doing podcasts, But when I get into the dark state and I'm wallowing in darkness, I just go and I get on my script and I find something that I wrote in the past and I start rereading it. The stuff I hadn't finished yet, and I start looking at it and I'm like, oh man, where was I going with this script? And then I start writing on it, and then I just pour out my darkness into that character that I'm pulling the story along, or that character's journey, just to vent into this script. That's what I usually do when my story plots. I use different means. Back in the days when I went into darkness, I used to take it out in boxing, go in the ring, destroy a heavy bag, beat up on a sparring partner, tear up the mitts, whatever the case may be, jump rope like crazy, just try to take my body to the extreme. That's what I used to do back in the days. But now, I can't really put it in poems anymore, so I guess I'm not really going to vent on my podcast anymore. So I just vent into my scripts, put it into the characters and into the story plot, and build the story plot from that. Because I have an abundance of material for stories, TV shows, movies, whatever the case may be. So yeah, because with a relationship, you got to have everything. You have to be a well-oiled machine. Sometimes you're going to have some kinks in the armor with that well-oiled machine, but it is what it is. You work it out together and you build from it and you keep growing. I met a couple 2 years ago, a year ago, that they're from California. They said they went through their little ninks and knacks or whatever, but they still together by the faith of God, what they deity, what they believe in. You know what I mean? They on the spiritual aspect or religion aspect. I'm more spiritual, so the universe is gonna make it work regardless with me, with us, with mine. The universe is gonna make it work, and if it's meant to stay as a solid unit, it will. But people have to work on their thought process. People have to work on their way they conduct their their listening and their receiving the information, instead of taking it and thinking that something is against them. I guess people got to work on that bit, because I say what I say, and I say what's on my mind, and it's not to throw shade on nobody, it's not to shit on nobody, it's not to doo-doo on nobody, it's not to throw up on nobody, piss or nothing on nobody. It's just to move forward so people can grow from it, learn, say, oh yeah, I've been through this shit before. Yeah, let me fix that. It makes me a stronger man. My girl makes me a stronger man, makes me a stronger entertainer. I'm about to become the next household name. I always say, I've been proclaiming this since Prison Break. When I worked on Prison Break, I am the next household name, So with that being said, it's another quick break. I'll do a quick break because I want to get these songs out the way. And this one is called Star in the Making, which is The Great One by me, Dino Wells. Star in the Making. Yeah, I had to play that whole thing because Star in the Making, that's my also favorite one. So I had to play the whole thing on that one. I don't know if you liked it, that one or not, but hey, Star in the Making, because I am a star in the making, so I had to play the whole thing on that one. And this is part two of relationships. Make it work. If you don't make it work, it's gonna fail. You gotta understand, communicate, talk, listen to each other. You gotta talk. You gotta talk, not talk over each other. And if one get hostile, fucking walk out the room. You know what I'm saying? I remember I used to do that with my second baby mama. We argue, and I walk out the room. Boy, I got a bottle flying right past my head. Woof! Ding, ling, 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 ling. God damn! Don't walk, turn your back. You know, but make sure everything is cordial. You gotta make sure everything is cordial. Everything is cool, everything is calm, and take time, take some space if you need it, and just get the air out. That's why marijuana is good. Hey, 420. So like I said, relationships is what it is. You got to make it whatever, make it. You got to make it work. Got to make it happen. You got to constantly appease to each other. I guess these days, I guess you got to appease to your significant other emotional stableness. You got to, because if they're emotionally unstable, you got to make sure it's stable because of their unstableness. Because you can be labeled all type of shit. I thought you was better than that. I these not these knows. I knew you was this. You fucked in that. Blah blah blah. You this, you that. Motherfucker this, motherfucker that. Not this. This is in general. Not saying that's what somebody says to me right now. Just saying this is just in general. You just gotta make sure that you have all your ducks in a row. Make sure everything is well oiled and fine tuned, and you'll have a smooth run. You might have some bumps in the road, but you gotta know how to, when them obstacles arise, you know how to jump over it or go through it. You gotta punch through those obstacles. If you don't punch through those obstacles, then the obstacles gonna tumble on top of you, and then it's just gonna crush it and everything, and then you're just gonna fall on the wayside. It's fucked up. So stay focused, live life, enjoy, and my girl, I love her. Yeah, you can love everybody. I love everybody in this world. I love everyone. I love everybody. I love everybody. I love my girl. But yeah, I love everybody. You're supposed to have love. There's that special love. There's that unique love. There's that lustful love. There's that bond. You're my life love. There's that whatever love. There's different type of love in a relationship. There's different type of relationships, and there's different type of love according to those relationships. There's that whatever love, I love you love, I love you love. That fuck you love, that get the fuck out of my face love, but you still love somebody, just get the fuck out of my face. You got that I hate you, but I love you love, oxymoron. You have that love, that intimate love, that lustful love, that I can't be without you love. You have that love of all loves. So what love is you? What love do you have for your love? You know what I mean? There's different type of loves. Yeah. There's many type of love. I have spiritual love. I have religious love. I love you according to the Bible love. You know what I mean? I love you according to my deity love. I have God's love. What love do you have resonating through your body? Yeah. With that being said, love everybody. Love you, babe. Alright? I love you, babe. Okay? Yeah. Say it again. I love you, babe. This is another one for me. It's called The Rebound Effect. This song here is, I did this one. I don't know why this is on here, but it's sitting on there. It's by me. And enjoy. And I'll talk to you all on the next one. This podcast is brought to you by Spreaker. Your host, Dino Wells. You can find Dino Wells on Twitter at Dino Wells. You can also find Dino on Instagram, Dino_Wells. You can Google Dino Wells. He's a 4-time award-winning subject on the documentary When the Bell Rings. You can catch it on iTunes, Vimeo On Demand, Amazon Prime, PlayStation, Xbox One. I'm gonna give a shout out to his queen, Trish Jackson. You wanna give a shout out to Something Creative, Meta World Peace, Brad Boris, the entire When the Bell Ring staff, the New Orleans Film Festival, Beauty Bubble Moonshadow, cue the news. Nicole Snedeker, the Snedeker family. Give a shout out to Alicia Bailey, Katrina Collins, Tanya Kersey, Dominique LaFleur, Darnley Edgehill, Jay Brown, Man, Special shouts out to everyone on Periscope, special media, social media, Twitter. Dino Wells, the next household name. Same kind of different as me, coming soon. No words at all, coming soon. Trish Jackson, the woman, the strength behind the man, beside the man, that grows with the man. Episode 11, Part 2, Relationships. Music Maker Jam, Magics. You're listening to The Rebound Effect.